Sup, nerds? How's it going? So, originally, there was going to be another Walker Awards episode, which was going to be about my favorite drawing and video that I did this year. But then I started thinking, and then, I just figured, you know what? I'm just going to do an AKHD and just get how I like to get. Which is, you know, thoughtful. I like to think. So this year, a really good year. It was a really good year for me. I mean, like, look at all the stuff I listed for the Walker Awards and how passionately I spoke about each one of them, except, the bad ones. But, yeah, so remember back in AKHD 3 where I mentioned how big life stuff was going to happen, and how that might include a new background, and as you may have noticed, there's a new background. Well, I also mentioned I moved in one of the Walker Awards. I don't remember, even though I just recorded them all. And the move was just me. I moved. I moved in with my aunt and cousin, like, across the country. Like, I went from, like, I'm back in Minnesota right now. And that, it's kind of like a trial run of life, is how I'm looking at it. Because for my senior year of high school, like, once I'm done with school, I'm gonna go back to Arizona for, like, the summer break, and then I'm gonna come back here with my other aunt, and that's when life begins. But therein lies the problem. Not so much school. I mean, like, I'm passing for the most part. I don't know if I'm fully passing right now because one of my teachers takes forever to grade stuff. Like, my just gang, it can't be that much. But whatever. Um, I hate school. Okay, like, I despise it with all of my being. It's the biggest waste of my time right now. Like, it's not helping me at all. It's really not. It's just hindering me. But I'm one semester away. I'm 18 now. But to sum it up, let me just let me read something I wrote maybe last month, 2 months ago. Where is it? There we go. I frequently think about what my greatest fear is. Not like a phobia or something, but the one thing that will leave me absolutely and utterly petrified. Things moving when I can't see them, the uncanny valley, failing the people around me, the unknown are all things I fear, but I think I know what it is that petrifies me. I'm afraid of life. Not of living, but life itself. The fear of the unknown taken to its mortal limit. The world and its people have such potential, and yet there is no denying how exhausting the state of both are. And I'm supposed to begin life now. I don't want to. I don't want to start life. It petrifies me. And is that not hypocritical? Is my cowardice not also feeding into the wasted potential? Am I not the very thing I hate, I fear? I try to take the first step, but that is where I immediately take 2 steps back. Take the step, I try. Take the step, I don't. I'm petrified. Which, still stands from whenever I wrote this. I also wrote something before then about something completely unrelated, which I'm kind of over now, for the most part. But in that writing, I wrote, I am a failure of the greatest, or of the worst variety, referring to my just inaction. Because I keep trying. But that's the problem. I'm trying. I'm not doing. I'm trying. But I don't know if I don't know how to do or if I don't want to do. Because, like, I just don't know. Like, I'm 18. I haven't driven a single mile. I haven't received a single paycheck. I don't know. And, I is that word again? I keep trying to, just change my perspective on stuff. Because, that's all this is. It purely dependent on your perspective, but this perspective is very hard for me to shift. About my failings, that is. And I want to say I'm doing the best I can, and considering that's the first thought that came to mind, maybe I am. But secondary thoughts is no, I'm not. I'm trying the best I can, which therefore means I'm trying for nothing. Try for naught, fail for naught. Do for few, succeed a lot. A stanza in my writing in the snow. Which, I posted that on Instagram. I won't read that now since it's a lot, like it's long, but if you want to read it, it's on Instagram. Um, yeah. So yeah, I moved here. I'm not in Arizona anymore. I'm back in Minnesota, which means I'm very far from all the friends I have. And considering that I'm back here, I've seen a couple people from when I was like a kid, like in elementary school. I've seen people from elementary school, but and I've recognized them, but I don't know if they remember me at all. It's weird being back here because like each place I go, it's like, oh yeah, I remember this. I remember doing something here. I remember driving past this place many times, like stuff like that, thoughts like that. But when you actually see like the present day versions of past memories, it's just mind boggling, kind of, like obviously time is a thing, like duh, it's gonna be different. But like actually seeing the difference, I don't know. I got a new controller because I'm pretty sure that like Microsoft and Sony and stuff, they like implement stick drift after X amount of time because I mean like it just makes sense for them to do, gets them more money, and like technically the controllers aren't unusable for some stuff, but like hey, this is gonna be a hot take, but like low key though, low key, capitalism kind of sucks. I've gotten into drumming again this year, like really gotten into it. Um, I have a drum set here, but there's a leak in the basement, so I can't set it up yet. But you know, I've gotten I've progressed quite a bit. I got a practice pad, that I've been using, and I think that actually helped out a lot. Like I didn't think it would, but like visiting my like I went to my uncle's place a few weeks ago, and like he's a musician, and he had a drum set there, and he, my father, my other uncle, and myself all took turns on the set, and I mean, sure, my uncle were good. My uncle was good. My dad was good. I was there, but I mean, like, we were in the presence of Styx Messiah. Like, we already lost if there was a competition. Yeah, being here again, seeing my uncles, seeing my older brother, my aunts, my cousin, like, it's just nice seeing all those family again. Like, I obviously miss my family in Arizona, but like, there's no winning, when you're a country apart, like that's just gonna happen. You're gonna miss people. But it was weird moving out of like moving to Arizona back in 21. I don't know. Like it was the hardest point in my life. That's objective, but why it was, I'm not so sure anymore. Because like, yes, I was leaving like the only place I've known, right? But and, like I'm not saying that like missing family isn't a big thing. Like I love these people, but I also didn't really have friends then. Like ignoring the goobers who I had just met at the time, um it kind of felt like I only had one friend and that friendship was fleeting. So I mean maybe that's why it was so hard, But I don't know, fast forward to now where moving back here, I have a lot more friends now. Not saying that like I'm a celebrity, but like I have a group. I had a D&D group, and also I just lived so like I lived before life started. But like I met people. As once in a relationship, not anymore. That whole group of people, and then I met a new group of people who I still I'm in contact with still, but like it's just it sucks not seeing them. It does. It really does suck. And I did just see them for Thanksgiving. But like still, I don't know, but I will say it was really it felt reassuring, cuz imposter syndrome is my best friend. So, um, when I was there and like a couple people didn't know I'd be there, I guess. And so when they were shocked to see me and they were like, "Oh my goodness!" And that that felt nice. But yeah, I miss those guys. If any of them watch this channel, I don't think they do. But I mean, if any of them do, mm, I don't know when I'll post this because I kind of want to do like a Christmas video on Christmas Day or maybe Christmas Eve. But I don't know. I guess I also don't know when I'm posting the Walker Awards, so I'll figure it out. I love people. The people I love, and the people I don't, it's that's kind of how it feels right now in this point in time. You have the people you have, and you ignore others. Like you ignore the people you don't. I don't know if that's true. I never thought or said that until now, so I guess maybe subconsciously. That's the thing about human mind, You don't actually know what you're thinking sometimes. That's why it's great. Like I posted on that Instagram story a couple days ago, as at least as of recording, where just have an outlet, to write out your thoughts or speak out your thoughts, because then you get to really learn about yourself. You get to know more about what your true thoughts are, and if you're thinking and or writing about something specifically, and like, yeah, I want to send this to someone, like maybe look back on it and see if you should, it's like I for sure have some writings, one in particular that like I did. I wrote, like I took like a week to write out, and then I waited like 2 weeks, maybe it was even like a month, and then I went back and looked at it and revised it a little. But even so, like you can revise things, you can look at things and be like, yeah, these are my thoughts, but like I'm adamant about this stuff, but it's best to just let it go, you know? And that's why I think writing is so, like, I think everyone should partake in writing somehow, Just express yourselves physically in some way so you can look back and just reflect, because I mean your words have purpose, and that purpose has its own perspective. A perspective's purpose. So try and figure out what your perspective's purpose is, and if it aligns with your own, like your own perspective's purpose, your own purpose. That's kind of the thing about life, man. You're in control of so little, so make sure you are in control of what you can. And even if that's only you, control you. I've been sitting here recording stuff for like an hour, maybe. Yeah, so I think that'll do it for this one. But, just if there's going to be any takeaway from this one, let it be. Hmm. Look at trees. Takeaway today's look at trees. Peace out, nerds. Stay dope.